oh, oh. La da da da, oh, oh. La da da da, oh, oh. La da da da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new, 'cause I miss you.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Haley, and today it's Vlogmas day something. I'll put the number here for you because I don't remember. And we're making peanut brittle and fudge. We're making candy. We're making Christmas candy. That's what we're doing today, right now. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you found our little corner of YouTube. And if you are returning, welcome back. I'm so glad you decided to spend more of your time with me. With that being said, we're starting with peanut brittle. And this I have made by myself. So this is the least stressful for me. I will say, if you're going to make peanut brittle, at least the way I'm making it, I don't know about other methods, you definitely need to be prepared. First, like you saw, you need to clean your cooktop, okay? You need a drink, because this crap gets hot. And you're going to get hot, and everybody's going to be hot. Actually, I'm about to turn the air on. Big brain. Now, what you will need for this recipe. Actually, let me turn the air on, and then I'll be back.
We'll be singing all the melodies until the...
So, for cooking, you're going to need a large, high-rimmed baking sheet, which is just one of these. You'll need a teaspoon measurer, a liquid measurer for a cup, and then I'm measuring my peanuts with this rice cup. It calls for 2.5 cups of peanuts, but I don't like that much peanut in mine, so I'm not putting that much. You're gonna need a spatula of this type, at least that's what I use. You'll need a candy thermometer. This is a bougie one that turns on, it uses batteries, but you can get just the glass ones with the mercury. Oh, and you need a pot. Duh, Haley. Of course you need a pot. And a handle. Your pots might have handles attached, but mine don't, so there's that. We do want to cut 2 tablespoons off of this stick of butter. I really need to do this first. So, first thing we want to do is butter this sheet pan to keep it from sticking when we pour the brittle on. And you want to do this first, because when it's time to pour, it will come really quickly. And then this needs to be ready immediately, so you're not gonna have time to like let it sit there and then butter. You're not gonna have time for that, so do it first, okay? Key, very important. We're gonna cut 2 tablespoons off for the brittle, but we're also gonna cut off 1 or 2 to butter this pan. It's time to put things in the pot. You want this as close to the bottom as you can really get it without touching. If it touches the bottom, you're gonna get a wrong reading. So you wanna just pull it up just like a little bit. And then to go in here, we need sugar, which we need 2 cups of. So for this recipe, we have to bring it to a boil and cook it until it reaches 240 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, you need the butter in here too. It's best to measure out your vanilla and your baking soda while you're getting this to temp, so that when it's time to put it in, you already have it measured. You don't have to worry about it. So with our pots, you're not supposed to go over medium. So I'm just gonna do like 4. It might take longer, but it's also less of a risk to burn it. So we need a tablespoon of baking soda and a tablespoon of vanilla. I've torn it wrong. I'm gonna put the baking soda in this so that I can use this for the vanilla. The baking soda is the very last thing you put in, I'm pretty sure. And we're gonna leave them right there so we can grab them easily. We only have to heat this to 240 and it's already 214, which is insane. Because when I told you it took me like an hour to make this at my mom's house, I'm not exaggerating. Look at her. So when you add the baking soda to this, it's gonna like puff and react. It'll be like these bubbles, but they won't go away. Kinda, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little behind. Was not anticipating it happening this quickly. I'm so scared I'm not gonna get it done in time. How can I open this? Help! That works. Which is weird because I love peanut brittle. And it's got a lot of peanuts in it. Oh, I'm using cayenne too. In case you're wondering. Half cups just because, I don't know, that might be enough. I'm gonna do one and a little. How about that? If you don't know what a little is, it's like 1/8 of that little cup. Let's get you some bubble ASMR. How was that? Was that good? Brought the cayenne. I add the cayenne when I add the peanuts, so that's that. This is store-bought cayenne, so it's not as like spicy as like homemade cayenne. So if you have homemade cayenne, I would not put this much. When I use my mom and dad's, I use like half a teaspoon to like half a teaspoon to like 1/4 of a teaspoon. But when I use store-bought, I use a whole teaspoon because it's not as spicy. It's not as, you know, doesn't go as long, doesn't go as far. My brain's not working today. Oh my god. So once we reach 240, I'm gonna dump the cayenne and the peanuts in, and I'm gonna stir it. You have to stir it constantly once you put the peanuts in, because otherwise they might stick to the bottom and burn. And then we have to wait until it gets to 290. Then we'll add the salt, the baking soda, and the vanilla, and we'll stir it and then immediately pour it onto our buttered pan, okay? I'm not gonna be able to talk you through this, that's why I'm telling you now, because it kind of goes fast once it hits 290.
Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close, forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh.
Get out, go away, move. I'm serious, leave me alone.
I've been hanging marbles in the tree, and I've lit my house with Christmas lights, so you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love.
So I kind of lost my cool. I panicked a little, okay? I panicked a little, that's all I can say. But we've got peanut brittle. It's just gotta cool. Once it cools, I'll smack it with a knife and it'll like break up into pieces and I'll put it in a container. But for right now, it's just sitting there. This is what's left in the pot. I also got some on the outside of the pot. Typically, I get everything out of the pot, but I was on the phone with Brenton when the temperature hit, of course. So I threw all my stuff in and panicked because I couldn't get it. I'm having a rough day with my fibro. I couldn't get it like stirred in fast enough. And then when I went to try and pour it, I couldn't hold the freaking pot up. So I had, I don't have very good wrist strength, or strength in general actually. But all we need to know is I did it. It might be ugly, but it's delicious. I know because I'm currently eating it off the pot. And yeah, that's all we need to know. I did it. I succeeded. Even if I am dropping sugar hair all over the place. I'm gonna let that cool. Oh, it's so good. Oh my god. Perfect amount of cayenne. I'm gonna let it cool. I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna cool off. I'm actually covered in goosebumps. Can you guys see that? You probably can't because I'm so pale, but if you can, covered in goosebumps. I don't know why I'm cold all of a sudden. I'm gonna eat. I just keep putting more in my mouth. I'll see you guys when we make the next candy. Hello, it's the next day. I realize it's taken me 3 days to make candy, but usually when I do this, I have my mom and at least one of my sisters, and usually one of my nephews, but I currently am not near any of them. My sister, Hannah, lives 3 hours away, maybe 3.5, and the rest of my family is like 12 hours away in Louisiana. So I'm doing it on my own. Right now, I can't decide if I want to make cornflake candy or if I want to do white trash first. I only have one bowl. My other bowl is currently, this looks so small on camera. This is like a huge bowl. I have 2 of these bowls, so I technically could do 2 at a time, but one of my bowls has been assigned to watering one of my plants. I have a plant that doesn't water well from the top, so I water it from the bottom, and she's currently sitting in my other bowl like this. I do have a bowl. I have a big bowl that's not that big, I don't think. I have this bowl, but I've never made white trash, and I don't know if that's big enough. I guess we could try it, huh? And if not, we'll just transfer it in there, and then I'll wash that before I do the candy. That sounds like a plan. Thanks for walking me through that. So yeah. I'm not sure. I think this one honestly is going to be better for the peanut butter cornflake candy. So I'm going to put it to the side over here. This one we're going to do white trash though. I also have a crap ton of cereal left. So I'm actually going to be, you know what? I'm going to use the fun shaped pretzels for the trash. These are leftover from the first batch of trash that I made. And I'm going to use them for white trash. If you don't know what white trash is, which you probably do, but I didn't. It's basically Chex Mix that's covered in white chocolate. Yeah. My husband's mom makes it every year. And he loves it. I don't know if I'm even doing it right, but we shall see.
The snow is falling down. I've been longing for this Christmas when everyone's around to share this holiday. Yes, it's a time of happiness, a time of joy, but now this year is twice as special, 'cause I'm hoping for us to fall in love in this winter wonderland. Chilling by the fire as I'm trying to get your attention, giving you a smile, I can't seem to look away. I might be crazy, but I think you feel it too, like a vibration right between us with a beautiful tune. Could we fall in love in this winter wonderland? Cold night, but warm inside. Already said a little prayer that you will stick around.
The bugles go surprisingly well with white chocolate. Anyways, on to the next candy. So today we're making old-fashioned cornflake candy. You might know what this is if you're from the South. I was raised in the South, so I have no idea what kind of Christmas stuff they do up north, but I'm sure they probably do these too, because it's just like an old-fashioned recipe. But these are like the little, I'll put a picture here, but they're like little peanut butter cornflake balls, basically. I'm gonna type the ingredients up here for you and the measurements. I would just post the picture of the recipe we use, but it's got a family member's name on it and I don't want to do that. So, are you freaking kidding me? Why is it so hard to open? The things you do. This is so handy. If you have fibromyalgia and you have trouble opening jars like I do, this is so handy. We also have one that's shaped like this and it has teeth up and down the V, and you just stick it on the jar and turn it. That one's really good too. So for this recipe, it is very specific that you do not use natural peanut butter. I personally have never tried to use natural peanut butter, so I can't say one way or the other if it works, because if something's not broken, I don't fix it, if that makes sense. So we've got Peter Pan peanut butter. This is the brand we use. You can use Jif or whatever if you want, but this is what we're using today. You also need sugar, Caro, which I think I actually have some left. I have exactly a cup left in this one, so we will use that one first. And then you're gonna need just plain cornflakes. If you wanna use flavored cornflakes, you can, but we're not, because that's not what the recipe says. These are the cornflake balls. I'm tired and the dishwasher's on. I'm sure you can tell. But I'm tired and I need to take a break. So while these cool, I'm gonna have lunch and sit down and chill. And I'll see you guys when I get back. Bye. These things are so great. I'm actually sitting in my living room. I'm sure you can tell, but I'm sitting in my living room right now. And I can do this because I have this little pot that I can plug in. If I was using a double boiler, I'd be standing at the stove all day. But because Wilton decided that they were gonna make us a little candy melting pot, I don't have to. So let's all give an applause to Wilton. Thank you, Wilton. Wilton! I'm so delirious. Okay, I'll talk to you guys when the chocolate's done melting.
Christmas lights are all around. I can see them now. It's like they spell your name. It's insane.
We're done with the pretzels.
After 2 hours of hard labor.
Holidays and cheer, but now I got my eye set on you. I'm not gonna play it safe. I'm not gonna play it safe.
So I've been a little out of it today, and I started the fudge without you guys. And by started, I mean it's basically done. So I did 4 cups of sugar, a 1/4 cup of corn syrup, 1 1/3 cup of milk, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. No, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then 4 ounces of unsweetened cocoa powder. And I mixed it all up until it got hot. This is what it looks like now. Removed it from the heat, stirred in 4 tablespoons of butter, and then it has to cool for an hour. I use this 100% Dutch processed cocoa. We've just had so many sweets today with all the candy making we've been doing. Yeah, but this is the end of the candy video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content by me, you can hit the subscribe button down below. And thanks for joining me for Vlogmas again. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you, and I hope you liked it. Goodbye.
Da 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 da, making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday.